This is Boxing Talk 8576. Now, what's next for Adrien the Problem Broner? He was billed up as the next Floyd Mayweather Jr. He was going around being on rap tours with Lil Wayne, on World Star, doing pornos, people taking pictures of him taking a dump in Burger King and all this stupid stuff. See, I already made a video about him not focusing 100% on boxing because he thought he was already a star. He didn't realize that he was still, in my opinion, he still was in contender mode, even though he won a couple world titles. But those were people that they put in front of him for him to look good and dominate, and those were not serious opponents. He had this silver spoon in his mouth. Golden Boy was trying to, promote him as the next, cash cow, the next guy in line to take over when Mayweather was gone, and it went to his head. He was going out saying, lately he was going out saying he was the number 2 pound for pound fighter behind Floyd Mayweather Jr. And dude, you wasn't even in the top, in my top 10, in my opinion. And he was just thought he arrived. I know he showed up on All Access, with Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez, and he had a stomach, man. Like, he gained like a lot of weight. He was on tour with Lil Wayne and Soldier Boy, and just let himself go. Talking about, oh man, I'll be good by the time fight time comes. See, that's another thing. If you want to try to beat Floyd Mayweather, at least Floyd Mayweather is always in shape and always close to his fighting weight. He don't balloon up in weight. You want to have Mayweather's glory, but you don't want to put in the work to get the glory. And you just think that, oh, I'm already here. He made comments about, hey, I would have beat Mayweather when Mayweather was 23. At my age, when I'm 23, I would have beat Mayweather. No, dude, because you're a flat-footed fighter. You don't use the jab. You fall in love with the hook in the right hand. You have problems with boxers that move. Ponce de Leon and Paulie Malignaggi show that you have problems with guys with foot speed that can move around the ring, and you can't catch up with them because you need time. You need time to sit down on your punches and punch. If a guy's not right there in front of you, you're not having that much success, or you're not punching. Because Paul Malignaggi pointed out in the fight against Marcus Maidana, you see, when Marcus Maidana is moving around, Adrien Broner is not doing anything. When he's forced to think, which everybody thinks that he's Mayweather and he can think like Mayweather because he's a slick fighter, and people think a slick fighter translates into being smart. It's just like, no, you have to have the smarts, and you just happen to be a slick fighter, or what y'all deem as y'all favorite fighting style. You have to have the smarts. But because you're a slick fighter doesn't mean you have the smarts. And Mayweather happened to have the smarts to go along with his slick style. Adrien Broner don't have the smarts. Adrien Broner acts like a clown. He was humping the man in the ring after he got hurt. He was badly hurt, and then you're gonna start humping the man in the ring. Like, dude, like, what are you doing? Then the second round, you come out, he knocks you down. You talking to the referee. What the referee supposed to do? Get up. You got knocked down. The referee can't help you. What, you, in your mind, you like, this is not, I know it was going through your mind, this is not supposed to be happening to me. Marcus Maidana should not be doing this. I supposed to be dominating this fight. I'm AB. I'm about billions, No, dude, you got to get up and fight. So you got to have some, you don't have any substance. The moment I started really seeing that you was trying to be like another man, trying to be like Floyd Mayweather Jr. I was like, man, be yourself. You trying to be another man. You trying to talk like Mayweather. You trying to move like Mayweather. I mean, you and Paul Malignaggi had a press conference. Paul Malignaggi was like, man, you even trying to talk like the man. Stop trying to talk like the man. And then you quote all his quotes. easy work, this and that, and people ask you about a certain fighter, you like, who is that? Who is that? Like, stupid stuff, man. Like, and then you set you set yourself up for this failure, because when you start acting like an a-hole in the ring, brush my hair after the fight, and all this stuff, people are waiting for you to lose. They betting against you. They're going with the field. They going with the field against you. It's like having a race. It's like having 10 racehorses, and somebody say, "Oh no, I like that racehorse right there because I think he's better than all the other ones." And then another guy say, "No, I'm gonna take the field. I think I got a better chance of winning if I take the field." And that's what people are like. Okay, we'll take the field because we know that you're not gonna go undefeated like Mayweather. And as soon as you go down, we're gonna be right there to pounce on you. You like to be on World Star and all that stuff. Well, when you got knocked down and rolling around, when you got headbutted into your own corner and thinking that you can get out the fight, all that stuff is on World Star. All that stuff. And you trying to be a rapper and all that, people gonna start talking about you now in their raps. You got knocked out. Knocked down and was looking crazy in the ring. You was doing the stinky leg in the ring. Yeah, people gonna bring all that stuff up. The first time you got in the ring with a dog, you couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle, being in there with a tough cookie, a tough customer. And while Keith Thurman was, they were feeding Keith Thurman, Golden Boy feeding Keith Thurman all these dogs and giving you this, this easy path, to being the next cash cow, and you stumbled, you stepped on the nail against Paulie Malignaggi, because a lot of people had Paul Malignaggi winning that fight. And then you get to Marcus Maidana and you just fell off a cliff. Now, in my opinion, you're going to be just like how Andre Berto was. Andre Berto was very, very hot at the time. He was the next in line after Mayweather to take over. He got exposed. It first started with Collazo exposed him, and then it just started going down from there. And it started going downhill for you from there. You're training them, and your trainer, and you said, I'm not flat-footed, I just fight like this because guys I'm fighting, I just dominate so easy. And that Antonio DeMarco fight is the fight that people was blinded by. Antonio DeMarco was a guy that stood in front of you, and like I said, if a person stands in front of you, you look good against. It's just people that moves around, and people's like, oh, he destroyed DeMarco, man. Give him a lot of credit for that. Okay, we gave him some credit for it because he destroyed him, but look at the style of the fighter, though. And then when he fought a different style, when he fought a mover, somebody that can put a jab in his face, he struggled. You have to look at both sides of the coin. You just can't look at one side of the coin. Look at both sides of the coin. The man struggled against Paul Malignaggi. Paul Malignaggi don't have any power, and he struggled badly. And then they try to give you somebody that they thought would stand in front of you and exchange with you. Kudos to Garcia and Marcus Maidana came in with a game plan totally different than what y'all thought it was going to be. He moved around and put a jab in your face, and he set up his power punches, which from round one, you was in trouble on your back heels from round one on. He pushed you back constantly in the fight. You let a power puncher push you back, that's a problem. You have to be able to have side-to-side lateral movement when you're fighting a power puncher, because you have to keep them off balance. You have to keep a power puncher keep resetting. You got to make a power puncher reset. You can't let them come forward and use all the leverage and hit you with these power shots. Adrien Broner, you never made adjustments in the ring. You never showed. If any time for you to show that you can move in the ring and prove people wrong about you being flat-footed was after you got hit by that vicious right hand and was hurt. And then in the second round, you got knocked down. You should have you should have started boxing more, using lateral movement, but you didn't, because guess what? You can't do it. And now everybody making excuses saying, oh, he'll be back, Marcus Maidana. Now they talking about Marcus Maidana was on Alex Ariza was giving Marcus Maidana steroids in the corner and all this stupid stuff, because people that had so much invested in you talking about you the next Mayweather, that, yeah, you gonna take the torch and be the next cash cow. See, I was kind of blinded by the fact that I wanted Keith Thurman to beat Adrien Broner, and I kind of went with Adrien Broner, in that fight, because I didn't think Marcus Maidana can keep up what he did all 12 rounds, and I went. My first instinct was to go against Adrien Broner, but I didn't, and whatever. I was wrong on that predicament, and I just didn't get it right. But anyway, what's next for Adrien Broner? Adrien Broner, they're going to have to put him in the ring with a guy that can't punch. They're going to put him in the ring probably with a Zab Judah, I don't know, or put him in the ring with Berto. Both of them are in the same boat. Or put him in the ring with Devin Alexander. The battle of the guys that already lost to get back to the top. I don't know. I know he's still young, so he just got a taste of humble pie. That's what he got humbled. You didn't arrive. You wasn't a star yet. You wasn't Mayweather. You was never going to be Mayweather anyway. You was not a star. You should have just been honing your craft. Yes, you was around Mayweather, so you should have picked up a lot. You should have picked up the good things that Mayweather was doing. It seemed like you didn't pick up nothing. It seemed like you just was there thinking like Mayweather, we're on equal playing field, so I don't have to learn anything from you because we're equal. Actually, I think one day I'm going to be better than you anyway, so why should I listen to you? But anyway, you got humbled. Let's see if you could pick yourself up and come back and be a champion again, which I have my doubts about that, because Adrien Broner has promoted himself as being undefeated and never going to lose, and all this crap, all this stupid stuff, trying to be a star, trying to be out in the public, trying to be famous at, any way he can be famous. It seemed like he was just trying to just get so much attention. You got the attention, now you got beat up real bad. You got beat up, and now people are going to be talking about you. We're going to see what kind of character you have, and see if you can come back from this. If you can come back from this, that shows that you got some character. But we will see. This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.